Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am finally back at home in New Zealand. I am back to my regular uploading schedule. I am so excited to be doing my reviews, my beauty videos, and also my Halloween looks this month. But yeah, in this video I'm going to be doing a review on the new-ish Colourpop I Think I Love You pressed powder eyeshadow palette. This is going to be like kind of a first impressions review. It is my first time today playing with this palette, but I have used Colourpop's other pressed palettes, so it's nothing new to me, but the shades are new to me. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you guys want to learn a little bit more about this palette, see this demo, and see some swatches, then just continue watching. So these Colourpop eyeshadow palettes are $16 US. You do get 12 beautiful shades. This is what the beautiful palette looks like. I love how all the palettes, their eyeshadow palettes, look so different from each other. You know, they all just have like a theme. I am so in love with this packaging. It's a reflective rose gold. It does have the names on the back. You do get a mixture of matte, shimmers. I only used 5 of these shades on my eyes today, which you know you'll see in the demo. So the 5 that I have used are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've used all the mattes. I used 1 shimmer. So the rest of the shades that I haven't touched are shimmer shades, but I know that they work well because they are the metallic shades, and the metallic shades from Colourpop are seriously so good. It's seriously so beautiful. It's more neutral than more warm. I do think this palette is really nice because you do get your transition. You do get a matte brown and a black. This one here does look like a matte white, but it actually has a bit of glitter in there. I would have loved that if it was a matte white to set down my base, but I'm not too mad about it because there is a matte white in the Yes Please palette that I use all the time to set down my eye primer, and I just think all around the palette is beautiful. It's cohesive. Everything goes well together. No matter what shades you use together, it's gonna go well together. You know what I mean? I just love Colourpop's formula. I really do like it. My review portion is gonna be a little bit quick because I have used Colourpop eyeshadows before. I don't want to sound repetitive because I think you guys know I love it. I mean, I talk about it all the time. Keep in mind there is a little bit of fallout when you do use these shadows. If you are a hater of fallout, then you know, keep that in mind. But if you're not, I mean, it's not really a big deal. Like, just dip your brush, tap it off, you're good to go. It's not a big issue. I do think some of these shadows are similar to other shadows in the Yes Please palette, which I will talk about very soon. And a lot of these shadows, you definitely have it in other palettes. Like, I've seen these shadows are nothing new to me. I think this one is very unique, but everything else I kind of do have in a different palette. But it's nice to have it all in one palette and create multiple looks with everything in here while it's in one palette. You know what I mean? I'm not mad about it. You can never have too many like warm neutral palettes. So before we go on to the swatches and the demo, I want to talk about some comparison shadows with you guys. This one over here, which is called Rule Breaker, it does remind me of Fenty Beauty's Trophy Wife. I personally haven't tried Trophy Wife. I've never seen it in person. I haven't even tried Fenty Beauty yet. I'm not even sure if I want to. But yeah, it does look like Trophy Wife. It does look like that really gold going to like a lime green gold. Just reminds me of it. I don't know if it's a dupe. I don't have it myself. Maybe someone that does have this palette and Trophy Wife, maybe they could compare that, but I personally wouldn't know. Just looking at it straight on, I do think it's very similar. And then we have this shade here, the first one, which is called Better and Bitter. So this one is more of like, it's more of like a glittery metallic, and that is what it looks like here. And then the shade that I think it looks like from the Yes Please palette is this one right here called Buttercake, and it's kind of that same formula where it is a metallic but it's very glittery. So if you look at the two compared to each other, this one is the I Think I Love You, this one is the Yes Please. So the I Think I Love You one is a little bit more lighter, and this one is a bit more true gold and it's a bit darker, but they give off the same vibe. Once it's on the eyes, they do give off like a similar vibe. And then the next shadow that I think is very similar is this one here, which is called Fenty Face. It's like a maroon metallic. This one is more like a metallic. It's very pigmented. It's gorgeous. Like, look at that. Look at that pigment. And the one that I think is very similar to from the Yes Please palette is this one here, which is called Bling. Very similar. It's like the same color family. Again, this one is the I Think I Love You. This one is the Yes Please. So the Yes Please one is more red. It's more warmer. The I Think I Love You is more brown and more darker. But again, very similar vibe and same texture of formula. And some of these other metallic shades, I do feel like I have it in my Juvia's Place Nubian palette, but I personally don't want to compare it because it's not from the same company. But yeah, I do think you'd probably have some of these shades in different palettes, so it's really up to you what you have. If you're like a huge makeup collector and you have like almost every single palette on the market, is this palette really necessary? Probably not, because you probably already have these shadows somewhere else. I do think this shade here is very, very unique though. If you don't have that many palettes and you want a little bit more and you're looking for something affordable, I highly recommend it because it's a beautiful palette. You can create a lot of looks with it. The Yes Please palette is more for like, I guess like that summer vibe. It's very warm, it's very vibrant. If you want something more neutral, more like dark and sultry for the fall time, then this palette is your go-to. I feel like if you see what you like in these Colourpop eyeshadow palettes, just get it. If you like the shades, get it, because the formula performs beautifully. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my review portion. I know it was a little bit short, but either way, I do hope you found it helpful. But let's move on to the demo and also the hand swatches. So to get started, I'm going to use the shade Valia on my Sigma E40, and I'm going to use this shade as my transition shade, putting that into the crease. Now I'm going to be taking the shade My Type on my Morphe M433, and I'm going to put this on the outer corners of my eyes, really deepening up the outer third. Next up, I'm taking Let's Do It, which is the black. I am taking my Morphe M573. This brush is more tapered, and then just going into the outer third again in a smaller section and gonna deepen it up even more. And then switching up my brush, I am using the Sigma pencil brush. I'm not sure what the name is, it rubbed off. But I'm gonna get the black and just really define it more. Now I'm going to take some concealer and I'm going to start carving out my crease. Every time you want to carve out your crease with concealer, you want to make sure you go over your natural fold of your eye. And if you were just to place it like this and you look up, it's going to mark where you kind of have to go past. As for the lid shade, there are a lot of shimmer shades that are beautiful, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Screw It, and I'm gonna wet my synthetic brush to apply that. Colourpop eyeshadows are already really pigmented. It's not really necessary to do that, but I just want it super bright and glam. I'm gonna take My Type again, and I'm just gonna blend that on the middle. Now I'm gonna be taking My Type again on my Makeup Collective number 11 brush, and I'm gonna run this on my lower lash line. And then taking the black eyeshadow on a flat top brush, I'm gonna put this on the outer third, connecting it with that black. And then blending it out with a pencil brush. So I actually went off camera and lined my top lash line, popped on some lashes. These lashes are called Whiplash by Socialeyes, and I also tightlined my lower lash line as well. But now we are going to highlight our brow bone. I'm going to take the shade Rowdy. It looks like a matte white, but it does have little shimmers in it if you look really closely. But I'm just going to take that and just highlight my brow bone. And this, guys, is the completed eye look. gonna conclude my video for today. I hope you guys did find it helpful. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up for me, and also leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on this palette. Did you guys buy it? What do you guys think of these shades? Let me know how you feel about this palette. Again, I personally love it. I feel like I could never hate on a Colourpop eyeshadow palette. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!